Welcome to the Making Plays Convo with me, J1, head of hip hop for Pandora. This is the place you find out the plays your favorite artists, influencers, and moguls are making and how they do it. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss out on any exclusive content.
Yes, he is. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I appreciate you taking the time out to speak with me. This is the Making Plays Convo. And
No, thank you for having me.
oh, absolutely. I mean, you've been making some dope plays, for most of your career, but you've been staying busy all 2020. Forget a pandemic. You dropped that Free about a week and a half ago. Come See Me
Yes.
back in April, Dollar Signs remix in March. But before the year kind of got all out of whack, what did you have going on?
I was actually in the process of finishing up the ideas behind my EP. We had finished all the songs and we were doing photo shoots and getting ready to just start our marketing plan and everything. But when the whole pandemic started going crazy, we had to shut that down for a little bit. But that's what I was doing. I've been working.
Now, have you adjusted to everything since things did get shut down?
Yes, I feel like I have gotten to a place where I'm just kind of taking every day as it is. At first, it was definitely a moment where I was like, what the heck am I going to do? How do I figure this out?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just had to realize that this was a moment for me to figure things out for me, open my eyes in different situations in my life and in work. And I'm just taking it as it is and staying positive every day.
It's all you can do. Control what you can control. Control the controllables.
Exactly.
So let's go back to the beginning. You started singing when you were 3 years old, right?
Yes, I've been singing every day of my life, pretty much.
So you knew all the way back when you was a toddler that you wanted to be a singer.
I'm not going to say I knew I wanted to be a singer, but
Okay.
I knew I just loved entertaining people and I loved being the center of attention, I guess. But and it's really weird because there's two sides of me. There's a moment where I want to be in everyone's face, and there's another moment where I'm like, leave me alone.
Uh-oh,
But
what's your sign?
I'm an Aries.
Okay, okay.
But
Y'all like to turn up sometimes though.
we do
Y'all
sometimes, not all the time.
sometimes I don't push Aries. Y'all are the war sign.
That's true. We have our moments. You don't push us too much.
But yeah, no, you were saying that sometimes you like to be the center of attention, and sometimes you like to be like, leave me alone.
All the time. That's me all the time, back and forth. But when I was young, I just knew I loved entertainment. And as I was growing up, I was really into musical theater. And that's something that I was doing for a while, throughout junior high. But it wasn't until going into high school that I was like, okay, I need to figure out my life. Because, everyone puts that pressure on you. Going into high school, you got to know what you're going to do when you get out of here. And that was when I started just discovering things about myself. And during that time, Justin Bieber was a huge thing. Everyone
Right.
was going crazy over him. And I remember my friends were talking about him all day long. And that night I went home and I was like, I got to figure out who this guy is. Why is everyone going crazy over him? And I sat in my bed for hours just researching Justin Bieber. And he was doing a contest where it was you have to write to one of his instrumentals. And I was just sitting in my room and I did that. And I remember after that, it just started it sparked something in me where I just loved the process of creating and the whole concept behind music. And I would say that is when I was this is something I think I want to get into. And yeah.
Nice, nice. That's a dope story. Now, who else were some of your early influences?
Honestly, one of my earliest influences was Britney Spears.
Britney Spears.
Crazy.
What about Britney Spears
I
influenced you?
don't know.
Or
I think I just loved her in general. That was my very first concert I ever went to.
okay.
And just the thought of being a pop star was my thing back then. But as I grew up, I loved Mariah Carey, still do. I love Mariah Carey's music. And now my inspirations forever will be my inspirations, Michael Jackson and Beyonce. Mainly
Absolutely.
because They have amazing music, but not only do they have amazing music, they've just built this huge brand for themselves.
Mm.
And that's what I want to do at the end of the day. I want to be a brand bigger than my music and bigger than me, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you after you kind of like settled on you wanted to like focus on your music, you caught a buzz after doing a cover for Rihanna's Stay. Did you think it
Mhm.
would catch like that?
No, I didn't. And that was my first time ever doing a cover. And I was just like, the response is definitely what kept me going. It definitely
Right.
pushed me and motivated me.
Nah, no doubt, no doubt. So tell me the story. How did you end up becoming the first female R&B singer for the famous Slip and Slide Records? I mean, how'd the whole situation come about?
It was mainly a conversation because I'd grown up down here. A lot of people
Right.
knew each other, and it was constantly like, oh, you have to go hear this girl sing, go hear her sing. And
Hmm.
obviously, Ted, being the CEO, he hears that all the time. He's met
Yeah.
so many people. And when we did finally meet, it was a conversation about me being serious and
Hmm.
taking it seriously because I was really young, and obviously putting so much behind an artist, it's a risk.
It
So I
is.
just had to show them like this is something I really wanted to do. And that was actually when I started going on YouTube and posting myself and putting myself out there because I needed to show them this wasn't just a hobby, this was something I actually wanted to do.
Got it. So what made you end up signing with them?
It just felt like family.
Mm.
Honestly, with everyone in there in the office, the artists, we all come together at the end of the day and we just love on each other. We support each other. And from the beginning, it was a family vibe.
That's real. What have you learned from some of your label mates? I mean, you got so many
Mhm.
iconic acts there. You spoke about Ted. What have you learned from them so far?
I would say Trick has been the most like talkative to me. He is always constantly like, keep going, and at the end of the day, just be yourself, be
Mhm.
who you are, and people will believe that. If you believe in yourself and you're just being true to who you are, people will see that, and that will just keep you going. That's been the biggest thing that he's told me that I just appreciate it a lot.
I mean, if it's anybody that stays true to themselves, it is the
It's Trick.
OG Trick Daddy. Absolutely. I
Absolutely.
can't even see him being somebody else. But that's what's up right there. So you released a very powerful song, Free, about a week and a half ago. Talk about the creative process behind that. Why did you feel the need to do it?
That was actually a record I recorded a while ago.
Okay.
And I remember when me and my team started talking about it, and I just thought about the place I was in when I was recording that song. And I felt like it was a good thing to put out right now. I feel like right now people really need to feel motivated, they need to
Yeah.
feel inspired. And I know when I was recording that record, for me, it was a push for myself. The
Hmm.
record's talking about it's about freedom,
Yeah.
freeing yourself from whatever situation you want to free yourself from, freeing yourself from things that may be holding you back from being who you are supposed to be or like all you're supposed to be.
Hmm.
And I was really happy to put that out because I want to be able to inspire people right now and motivate people because we need that push right now.
Absolutely. That's amazing that you created that song a while ago. And I thought it was something that you created in the midst of everything that's been happening since
No,
the murder of George Floyd and our fight for equality.
yeah.
But that's amazing, though, that you made that beforehand and it just really fits in with what we're going through today.
Yeah, timing is everything. Because when I recorded that record, it's completely different from all of my records I've been
It
putting out.
is. It is.
So,
That's why I thought you had created it during this time, which is
no,
amazing.
it was a record that I honestly just didn't know where I was going to place it. I love
Mhm.
that record and it holds a really special place to me, mainly because of what it's talking about. And I just knew it wasn't a part of my image right now. So I was like, when am I going to put this out? But God's timing is everything. That's the
Everything, yeah.
perfect timing. And I feel like this was a time for me to not only release myself because that record makes me feel a type of way, but also be able to let other people feel what I'm feeling. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Do you feel like you're gonna do more songs like that, or add that into the mix of what you're already doing?
I'm definitely going to add it into the mix of what I'm already doing since it's out there now.
Hmm.
People will understand where it's coming from, and I don't
Right.
have to hold myself back too much.
No doubt. So you talked about earlier before everything kind of shut down that you were working on a project. Do you still plan on releasing something this year?
Not this year, but you will be
Okay.
hearing more singles because I have
Okay.
so much work that I just want people to hear. But the project, it's coming out 2021 and it's going to be amazing. I'm so excited to do that. I haven't put out a project yet.
I know it is. Any big collaborations you can tell us about, because you've done some dope collabs in the
Mhm.
past with some major artists. I still
I
like the joint with you and Lil Baby, by the way.
Thank you. I love that record. But I can't say any names yet, but there will be some collaborations to be
Okay.
excited about because I'm excited about them.
Okay, all right, no doubt, no doubt. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up on this question right here. Obviously, 2020 has been a roller coaster year, but it's also been a year of self-reflection because we've had to sit still and kind of sit down, and the world has slowed down.
Mhm.
Is there anything that you've kind of discovered or realized about yourself or just life in general this first half of the year?
Um, I would just say that I needed this time. I feel like a
Mm,
lot of us needed this time. And I realized that sometimes I just need to stop and evaluate myself. I feel like that's what it's made me realize that you need to take a break and realize different things about yourself, realize different things about your atmosphere. We don't always have to be on go, you know?
yeah, that's real, man. That's real. I think a lot of people had that epiphany.
Yeah, but because our generation right now is go, 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 go. That's
Yeah,
what we all do. But no, we need a time to sit back and just reflect, you know,
yeah,
appreciate things.
absolutely. And hear more clearly without a
Exactly.
lot of distractions. So I
2020 is so weird. It's just so
it's
weird.
very weird. It's like the best of times and the worst of times all
Yes,
rolled into one. It's just like we just halfway through it. So we don't know what the second half is even gonna look like.
we don't.
But I'm gonna keep a positive attitude. I'm praying that things get better.
Right. They're going to get better.
Yeah, but next thing you know, a UFO will come down and
Oh my God. Have you seen the
so,
meme of the aliens that are like, I'm up next?
right,
You
I'm up
see that?
next. Yeah, like July 2020. Oh man, that'd be crazy. But I've appreciated this conversation. I appreciate your
Thank you.
time, and much success to you. Keep up all the good work, and when things open up safely, and hopefully we get the Pandora office back open in ATL. Make sure you come through, holla at us so we can talk in person.
Yes, let's make it happen.
All right,
Thank
you
you
have a
so
good
much.
night and be
You
safe.
too.
Okay,
You too.
take care.